We can do so much more with the time we've gotten back from not having to manually do everything.
My name's Amy Minshull.
And my name's Nikki Geertsema.
And Nebraska Portraits is our company. We do a lot of school photography, some leagues, but majority of it comes from schools. What brought me to photography in the beginning was having kids and wanting to capture what they were doing and not really knowing what I was doing. So that was when I bought my first camera.
When I got my senior pictures was when I decided that I wanted to be a photographer. Making someone feel special, and by doing that with a camera was probably the thing that made me want to do it, give that experience to someone else.
5 years ago, we were brought into a meeting with our local school, and they had a problem with their big box company that was doing their school pictures. And they were just asking questions, trying to get an RFP going, and wanted some expert advice. So I answered their questions as best I could, and a week later they called and said, "Do you just want to do this?" And so we started a company for volume. We were already doing portraits and more fine art. So that's how Nebraska Portraits was born. I'm very good at let's just try it and jump off the cliff and it will be fine, which is why I need other people more grounded in my life. Logistics.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So that's how Nebraska Portraits was born. One of the biggest stressors we've had is technology. Volume is such a tech world, and being able to keep track of the data and produce, orders for people, that was one of the biggest hurdles to leap over. And then our second one was employees. Finding people that love your company as much as you love your company is really hard. And so people come in and out all the time. Those two things just were big hurdles for us. We found PhotoDay at SPAC. We were in a trade show, and my office manager at the time went to the booth, loved it, loved the interface, and we were just figuring out our lives. Like, we were just not pulling our hair out with the software we were using, and I was like, no, we're not changing anything. I'm not interested in it. And then a day later, my husband went to the same booth, and you made friends with him too. And he came unknowing that the other one had come to me. And I was like, you guys, we're not changing anything. We're just barely figuring out our software. I'm not interested. We went home, and our software crashed for the umpteenth time. And it just required so much time to fix data when it broke. And we had a job coming in 20 minutes. And my office manager got sassy, because I'm not sassy at all. And he goes, well, we could try PhotoDay, they're not crashing. And I was like, fine, you have 20 minutes before this baseball team shows up, do your thing. And we never looked back. That was in April of 22. And everything from that point on went through PhotoDay. In fact, we were well progressed into our lives before we did our onboarding because it was that easy. We didn't need an onboarding, we just kept going. We lost some employees during that time, and we didn't need to replace them. PhotoDay replaced 3 people in our office, so we just didn't need the staffing to function, which was a great start to fixing a problem that just seemed constant.
Continuous, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how PhotoDay came into our lives. One of the biggest hurdles in this industry of volume is that, well, this is how it's been done for 20 years or 50 years. And we really went into it of, I don't care what we have to change. We don't need envelopes if I don't need 3 more people in our lives. And so we fully embraced the storefront that PhotoDay offered, and just kind of told our people, this is how it is. Like, we just showed up to the next job and we're like, we don't do envelopes anymore. We didn't really even tell anybody.
Yeah.
So it really changed that. But you use the marketing side,
yes,
so much more than
yes.
I was using before you came into it.
Yes, I love the text automation that goes out. I don't have to do it. That's amazing to me. When I started in volume photography, I was entering image numbers in an Excel sheet. It was Johnny in one column, Smith in another column, grade in another column, image name in another column, and it had to be exact. img_432.jpg, JPG, not JPEG, for everything to match. So PhotoDay has made my life so much easier. with the matching of the faces, the data. Like, we can do so much more with the time we've gotten back from not having to manually do everything.
There's also been a sale uprise. Like, I think one of the biggest hurdles our brains have with change, because nobody likes change. We're humans, it's hard. But it's fear of losing income because you made a change of no envelopes. What are they going to do? They're going to forget to buy. With the marketing software that PhotoDay has, they don't forget to buy because you're almost on the other side of it. Like, they know their pictures are still there. But also being able to have multi-pose really upped our game as far as our minimum order. You used to be like $15 minimum. Like, we just want $15 per player. Now $55 is where we live and make all of our budgets off of. And that's a game changer. That take 2 more pictures and turn them black and white. Now they've got a gallery of 6 instead of just 1 picture to buy from.
And it's always fun Amy will ask me, did you send out an email or a text about PhotoDay orders or something expiring? We just got like 4 more $100 orders. And no, so those are always pleasant surprises.
There's so many things I love most about PhotoDay. That list is probably really long. I love the support that comes from PhotoDay. The people, like, we get to know the people. It's a face. It's not just an engineer, or a bot on the other side. And their support is so wide that any time of the day that we're working on stuff and we're like, problem, they're right there, and you get to know those people.
The nice thing with PhotoDay is they support so many other photographers. So if someone on the other side of the country is struggling with something, there's that reference of, oh, well, this person tried this, maybe you can try that. And, the support that sometimes when you get into busy season and volume, you've got your blinders on and you're like, this has got to get done, just that extra, yeah, definitely is huge.
I would recommend PhotoDay to anybody in the volume world. It has given back so much time for our families, fast turnaround for our schools. There is no one else that I will run this company with.
It's not just school and sports. We're actually running a rodeo clinic through it in a couple weeks. So you can do anything with it, and all the pieces are there. It's not patched together. So it's a great software.